Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Despite my personal differences, I pick a man who is a cornerstone of the World Wrestling Federation. Uh-oh. My number one draft pick for WWF Raw is The Undertaker.
The Undertaker? Is he crazy? Ric Flair has just picked The Undertaker. Look at this! Are we hearing this correctly?
No way.
Flair's lost his mind. Oh! Uh-oh. Oh, no! That certainly did not make The Undertaker very happy whatsoever. Certainly all the personal animosity that exists between Ric Flair and The Undertaker, King is paramount. And now Flair has made The Undertaker the number one pick on Raw.
Time to talk about Raw from March 25th, 2002.
Raw's war, and war needs a draft.
Yeah, we're drafting people, man. They even had Linda McMahon come in for this bit.
Yeah. This shook some memories because this is also the beginning of the season mode in Shut Your Mouth.
How awesome is that? It's literally the exact thing.
Good evening.
So how did this, do you know the reasoning behind the draft? Did they just say like, I remember reading about it.
Why they did it?
Yeah, shoot. I remember reading about it back in the day. It was like they just wanted to split the things because Vince was like, we got to figure out some way to make me want to write this fucking show.
I think it was just Vince, WCW's gone, so he wanted to make his own competition. Like that's I know that's a meme, but
plus they had like an influx of talent, and they're like, we have
they probably had too many fucking people. Which when you look at it, 20 years later, they still have too many fucking people.
Yeah. So Linda McMahon comes in at the beginning of the show. She's on her own little program. I guess it's like a in-circuit program. I don't really know how this works. Where do they watch this? What channel was this on? So Linda McMahon's on TV in her own little studio and everything. It looks like ESPN, to be honest with you. She talks about the rules of the draft. She says, "Good evening," period. And her name card says WWFE CEO.
That was really weird. Why?
I don't know.
Is that how it is? Like
it used to be WFE.
Is that how the stocks say?
Is that what it used to say?
It used to be WFE, but then they're just like, oh, we can't do the F. We gotta get the F out.
Was it WWFE?
It wasn't. They never called it WFE, but it was like their corporate name was WWF.
World Wrestling Effie.
Effie's here. Damn.
Cool.
So Ric Flair is the Raw general manager at the time. Woo! Vince McMahon is the SmackDown general manager.
It's me.
The draft becomes effective next week. So
you and I are partners. Do you remember that? Vince grabbed his ear.
Yeah, I was playing with his ear because I think that the Vince ear thing was that was his signal for Austin's music to hit. And then they just weren't doing it, so he just kept tugging his ear.
For real. They did it later. I remember DX made fun of it later on too.
Yeah.
So Chris Jericho, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon cannot be drafted during this draft because they are in a championship triple threat, and we really don't know how this is going to work out later on in the evening.
No, not a clue.
Just not even a little bit. Stephanie McMahon could be the champion by the end of the night. Woo.
I wish. That would have been fucking awesome.
That would have been awesome. Yeah, that would have ruled.
The match actually ended up being pretty good, too.
I did enjoy it. Shiny that fucking Jezebel was in the
way. Stone Cold can't be drafted either because of a contractual clause, a.k.a. I don't give a shit about this.
I don't want to work.
a.k.a. he's going to take his ball and go home if he's drafted to either brand.
He's a free agent, man, so he can be kind of used on either show however they see fit. He's the ratings draw here, so they didn't want to put him on
Stone Cold's going to tell you about the war, what? Vietnam, what?
God, they really did talk about that later. That's crazy. Yeah. Oh, boy, I can't wait to talk about that. JR was off one tonight. He was kind of going crazy.
JR was fired up for this fucking show.
Yeah.
But yeah, 20 picks will be made live, and then a lottery will be held on WWF.com after the show.
Supplemental draft on the WWE.com.
Real supple.
It's my life in a box in front of me. Take a jump in my arms, it's all of me. That rules, man. I love this intro so much. I'll say it every time. Every time we watch one of these Raws, I will fucking say this theme song every time because I love it.
And you'll think of the Wings video.
That's awesome.
The fucking sped up part where it's showing up just a bunch of spots during that is like, what?
Yeah, where wings are spinning. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah. It's so fucking good.
Yeah, I guess it's kind of bittersweet because wrestling will never be this again. And every time we watch one of these Raws, I kind of get a little sad. It's like a part of me dies. I'm like, oh, I guess we'll never get this ever again.
No, it won't be that cool ever again. But whatever. We can reminisce. And we can also reminisce about JR's WWF collared shirt with a popped collar.
Hey, he had a point to prove tonight, man.
You ain't sending me nowhere, motherfucker.
So the first match of the evening is Taz versus Mr. Perfect.
What the this was blew my mind. Taz comes out, shitty little gear, looking shitty. And then Mr. Perfect comes out, and I'm like, whoa, that's pretty cool. And Taz comes out, and they're also advertising Forcible Entry. Yeah. Available tomorrow.
Except they didn't want to license that song, and they just didn't actually.
They dubbed it over. Yeah.
And they dubbed it over.
Oh, well.
They didn't fucking care. And then commentary comes back in like halfway through, and they cut out a Taz's song, and they're just talking about.
That album is pretty sweet, though, Forcible Entry. I'm pretty sure that's. I think the Drowning Pool Triple H song is on there. I think Stacy's song is on there, too. I
remember this album name because I was like, is that really the album name?
It's, breaking and entering, bro.
Yeah, that's...
Gotta smash through.
This was weird. This was really weird, champ, because you see Taz... Then Mr. Perfect walks in. And I know that he was working at this point, but it's still crazy to me that he is in this era of WWF.
He's also not there long, though, right? Because I feel like he's in TNA in the same year.
Next year.
He came in the Rumble, right?
Is it? Next year?
He's in 2003.
Okay.
So he gets released after the plane ride from hell, where he gets in the fight with Brock Lesnar.
Yes, which from how he talked in the promo that I cut here, he may have been just as drunk as he was on that plane ride.
The promo to the match, bro.
Yes.
So is that why he got released in WWE? Because he
couldn't stop drinking. Yeah, and then the plane ride from hell, where he got in a fight with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
So he came in the Rumble, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's where he made his return,
which was awesome.
Okay.
He looked great.
He did. Yeah. He looked incredible shape. The problem here is that I'm guessing maybe he just expected this, since this match was only to go like a minute or two. He's like, maybe me and Taz can call it in the ring. Yeah, no.
Holy God, dude.
No, you can't.
What the hell was this match? He gets on the mic, and it's only like one line. They definitely said, go out there and say that you're the perfect pick for the draft. And he grabs the mic, and he says, you know what? He looks at the ref, and he might as well have just yet line. Just so confused. And he says, well, I'm the example of the perfect pick. And then he starts beating Taz's ass with a microphone. Like it was Taz's fault that he forgot his line.
And then you could tell that Vince was in the commentaries here, like, please explain to the TV audience what he was saying. Yeah, he said he's the perfect pick. Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to fucking job his son out forever. His son's fucked. You tell that little bastard he's jobbing a ball in 10 years.
60-minute Iron Man match. That's an all-time Raw segment. That's an all-time Raw segment where Triple H keeps getting in and out of the ring and whooping this guy's ass. That's awesome.
Like, they actually did wrestle, and then, like, in the middle of the match, like, Triple H is like, whoa, I got a brain injury. And, like, falling around, and then he died.
Yeah, well.
And that was the last we saw of Triple H.
R.I.P. Triple H.
Now he's Papa H. Some other guy took his place. It's crazy. Stop human cloning.
Fucking Kurt. This match was a fucking disaster.
Stop cloning. Fuck.
What happened here?
Dude.
I'll shut you. His kid's like probably like 3 at the time. He's probably standing next to Vince while this match is going on, looking after his kid. Hey, your dad is fucking up out there.
Oh man! All right, so, yeah, they
James broke me already. Fuck.
Look at him.
5 minutes into the review and
so no one even. Dude, okay, so
fucking Perfect does a perfect plex into the ropes at one point.
Taz's foot was definitely like under the rope.
And he was holding the rope too.
Because he probably wasn't even supposed to do that move. No one.
What the fuck?
No one even popped for it, which, good Lord, that made me so sad. I was like, sucks. Oh man, this move used to pop everyone back in the day.
He hit it. It still looked good.
Oh, it did look good because it was a shoot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
They didn't call anything before this match. They tried to get into the corner and they're trying to punch each other and they're so fucking confused. They're just like, I don't even know what's going on. And Taz says, all right, well, fuck it.
That's what I wrote. This is a mess.
I feel like that was the gimmick. Hey, Taz, you're not going to get shit until the Katahajime. But
I mean, that's fine. That's all he needs to do, really.
That's all everybody wanted to see anyway.
That's the perfect.
Pop crazy.
Taps out to the Katahajime, and then Taz gets on the mic and says, it looks like the perfect pick has just become just another victim, brother.
The crowd loved it, dude. I couldn't remember them being so
I love that
just
line.
Another victim.
Yeah,
I can't believe they don't bring that back now. I fucking love that line.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's sweet. So we get the first bit of the rest of the night, which is them going back and forth between the war room and what's actually happening on TV. War room. Yeah, Rick's war room. Arn Anderson's back there hanging out.
Drunk.
Yeah, you know he can't fucking work. Yeah, so he has to be back here doing this.
Well, his back is
his back is fucked up. He can't work.
Ever.
He can't work no more.
Dumbass. Liberties, ladies and gentlemen. Liberties.
So we get our first war room segment. Rick and Arn are flipping through different forms or whatever. It turns out all the forms are just folders with pictures of wrestlers. There's no information.
It's 8x10s of wrestlers.
It's a picture. Yeah.
Because it goes to Vince McMahon, who's looking at a folder, and then he puts it on the table and walks out of the room. He's like, I guess I don't really need to look at anything.
And like Kurt later on like shows that there was stuff written on the back of it, but they never looked at the back of them other than Kurt. They never took them out of the folder. Yeah, it looks down at the desk and there's a picture of Kurt Angle on the desk and this huge folder with nothing else in it. It's just a picture of Kurt. So wow, that's pretty good information. It's also horribly like, I don't know who put these together. They're all the same color folder, all closed, nothing written on any of them. How the fuck do you know what's going on in any of these folders? There's like fucking 40 of them.
I bet Rick and Arn's war room was way better than Vince's. WCW did it right.
Fuck WCW.
So Vince walks out of the room and he walks straight to the outside, right to the venue where they're at in Penn State, brother. They're in Penn State. Vince McMahon immediately gets barraged by what chance?
Asshole. And he says, well, thank you for the warm Penn State reception.
Vince was on fire in this segment here.
It's tremendous.
So Vince McMahon, you think he's going to pick Kurt Angle, but with the number one pick, he ends up picking The Rock.
Ooh.
I can't remember who I picked in Shut Your Mouth. It was probably Booker T or something.
I think I picked Hurricane first.
Yeah, I remember on YouTube, I was like, you're a big piece of shit. This is why I don't watch you. This is why I can't watch your shitty content. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that's, whatever.
Yeah, true.
Sucker.
Actually, that was a comment from me. That's weird.
So, he picks The Rock. Vince then tells The Rock, I got a few things for you. I got a couple things I want you to do more. None of the foots and the candy asses. No more using the phrase, it doesn't matter. See, Rock, because it does matter.
It does. Vince also says, you and your friend Hulk Hogan have a lot in common. I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
Oh, my God. Please don't do it. The crowd is, they're not letting Vince get a word in between asshole and what? They're just not. He's not getting anywhere.
It's fucked up. He says, so the crowd's chanting asshole, and Vince says, The Rock's my number one pick. Don't call him names like that.
Yeah,
dude,
that
on fire. On fire.
And then he also says, I want to quote a famous comedian, Rock, Baba Booey, Baba Booey.
That's for all you Penn Stateites out there. So The Rock says, I want to go out with a bang on Raw for the very last time. Oh, The Rock's got a gun. So The Rock says, I won the WWF title on Raw. I made the Rock and Sock connection on Raw. I shoved your face up Rikishi's ass on Raw. And then, yeah, you heard it too. You heard it too. Okay.
JR is ranting on commentary and says, he says, deep, deep, deep.
Out of control. JR loved that segment. It's his favorite
out of
segment.
His mind.
Until it happened to JR too. So.
Yeah.
Sorry.
was pretty awesome, though.
Yeah, it was. I mean, all the segments were keys. That was his forte. It was ass eating. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Did you see that stuff on Twitter this week where people started reminiscing about WWF? Those are probably my favorite threads. When people outside of wrestling Twitter reminisce on when wrestling was actually something you would want to watch.
The last one I saw was people reminiscing about collies squishing people's heads.
That was a few weeks ago. That was good. This one was good too because it was it was everything. It's like, I think the original tweet was like, how did the WWF get away with putting all this shit on TV? And everybody just go to the comments. It's like, Rikishi, everybody's eating Rikishi's ass. It was awesome.
It's crazy how over that got. Just this dude's ass was so over. It reminds me of Peter North.
Peter North. John Holmes?
Johnny Holmes.
Johnny Holmes.
They were infamous.
Corey Chase?
And Corey Chase, too.
Corey Chase, shouts out. Big Penn Stadiumite. big used to play down at the Beaver Stadium, Corey Chase.
Beaver Stadium.
Easy. Take it easy. Take it easy, boys.
King turned into fucking crazy when he said Beaver Stadium. Oh.
Yeah. The Rock goes, I played at the Beaver Stadium down the street.
Beaver Stadium.
JR goes, easy.
Easy, big fella.
The Rock goes to one side of the arena. He says, I want you guys to say you are, and then he points to the other side of the arena, and I want you guys to say an asshole.
It's because the Penn State chant. We are Penn State. This had like the
I want this to be brought back, this chant, and I want it to be at DPW shows, and I wanted to say you are, and the other side says a pussy.
I want one side to say other side jackass, and I want the other side to say other side jackass.
Whoa.
You son of a bitch.
Leaking.
If you smell
done it now.
That's
Did
it.
this you are an asshole thing ever catch on? Did they do it next week? I don't
think.
know.
I think they never did it again.
Yeah, probably. That's probably good for that too. Honestly,
you didn't like it,
dude. If they said you are an asshole every single week for 9 years, no, I probably would hate it.
You are an asshole.
I would have probably hated it. Yeah.
Fuck that.
Do you like Judas, dude? You think you like you singing along with Judas?
How dare you?
Yeah, exactly, motherfucker. If you smell it. So we cut to Ric Flair's draft pick. He gets to pick his counter pick, number one pick now. Ric Flair's number one pick is The Undertaker.
Who just whooped his ass at Mania.
And we get the fucking all-time Undertaker segment, too, where he throws the water bottle, throws the chair.
The all-time gift, yeah.
Lightly kicks the door.
Yeah, he just very nicely kicks it open and he doesn't even go out to the fucking ramp. He goes to Vince's office.
Which is, of course, through the Raw door.
So Vince is super pissed, and for good reason. I mean, he got WWF's favorite band, Limp Bizkit. He don't get that on SmackDown.
Damn, that's fucked up.
Kurt storms into Vince's office and is like, you hurt my feelings. You didn't pick me first.
No, you missed the joke. He goes, can you believe that? And he's like, yeah, I can't believe it. You hurt my feelings.
I can't believe you hurt my feelings like that. You didn't
think about something else. He thought you were talking about Taker, but no.
Well, he thought, of course.
Then Undertaker storms into the office. I guess. I don't know why he didn't go on the stage. Sure.
Why wasn't I informed?
What was the deal with this? Maybe you hear it. He goes, this better be the one time you keep your word, if you know what I mean.
Yeah,
what
no,
the
I don't.
Fuck is he implying here?
Well, I think it's because the Undertaker thinks wrestling is real. So,
he's winking. He's like, if you know what I mean, yeah.
If anyone knows what Taker meant, please let us know, because I have no idea. This better be the one time you keep your word, if you know what I mean. Like, is he just implying that Vince always lies?
He even paused for the pop too. If you know what I mean.
If you know what I mean.
Nobody knows.
No, I don't know what you mean.
Nobody
freak.
gets it. Kurt didn't know either. He's as confused as everybody else.
No one knew.
So, obviously, we'll probably figure that out later.
Yeah.
Edge and DDP face off against Christian and Booker T in a tag team match.
Why did I wrote Edge parentheses fuck you James? What did I do?
Yeah, my Durango number 95.
Okay, that makes sense.
Edge fuck you James.
I wrote that during the show.
Dude, all-time elite level Edge here. This is fun.
Oh, this look is tremendous.
I wrote in my Durango /Caesar.
How awesome is that?
Caesar.
His attire, his jacket. This is the Beast jacket
purple.
too.
The purple is fucking dope.
With the logo on it too. Yeah. He had a really good look here.
Also Christian with that fucking crazy pyro. Looks awesome.
Oh, Christian he was awesome here. He actually got the full pyro this time.
Yeah, thankfully.
Christian was in incredible shape too. I never understood why he wore the mesh shirt.
Because it was cool.
Sure.
And awesome.
It was cool back in the day, yeah.
There was a sign in the front row that said it was someone had a Rab himself CKY3 sign.
Wait, dude, where?
No.
In the front row.
This is in Pennsylvania. I swear that was Rab himself actually in attendance here.
What? Really?
He's from Pennsylvania.
Oh yeah, they are. They're like Lancaster.
So I guarantee Rab himself was at this show with the Rab himself CKY3 sign.
Whoa, I didn't even think of that. That's fucking
great.
Because
they're in their hometown, so yeah.
I gotta check that again to see if anyone can get a screen cap of that. Wow, that'd be awesome.
So Edge comes out, Christian comes out, DDP comes out, Booker T comes out. They got everybody out here. We get like a level of elite level entrances. Like they all get pyro. They're all a big deal, and none of them are even near the main card here. Like it's actually kind of crazy. DDP comes out. Yeah, DDP comes out with his Buster ass theme song.
God damn, it sucks.
You're killing me, Vince. You're killing him, Moss.
Can I take a moment and just say, fuck WWE?
Oh, hell yeah.
It's really a shame. The fact that DDP had, like, it's the Undertaker curse. If you come in and face Taker in your first angle, you're fucked.
That's
like,
a wrap.
You are
that's
fucked
for true.
forever.
That's for shoot.
God damn, dude. Like, I couldn't give DDP anything after that. Like, couldn't try any other big angle with DDP.
Ruled, man.
Hell yeah, dude.
Booker T, this is like my definitive Booker T look. When I think of Booker T, this is how I remember Booker T.
Oh, he's yoked too.
He's huge. He's got the little mini dreads, and it's awesome. He comes out like he pours water on his head, so when he shakes his dreads, the water goes everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, he was so fucking cool here. And then Triple H
awesome.
said, "Yeah, let me find out."
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, Christian comes out, like I said, he's got the Christian. That's really dope. I honestly forgot about that Christian smile face he did. And then he did it coming down the ramp. And that's where Vince said, something about this guy just ain't right.
Ugly rat.
Something's fucking wrong with this guy. I don't know, man. It shows a flashback to DDP knocking Christian off the apron last week. Christian is wearing yellow cargo pants, a long sleeve blue shirt with no logos, and a beanie.
What the fuck is with Christian's attire? He never dresses well.
This dude was a menace. I don't know, dude.
At least it's not the brown t-shirt. Fuck.
I thought it was going to be brown. When I saw the yellow pants, I'm like, he went with the brown shirt.
He loves the brown shirts.
He went with the blue shirt. It was close to brown, though, honestly.
Fuck.
DDP does the diamond cutter on Booker T and then does Booker T's taunt in this match. He looks at his hand 5 times. All the matches tonight were really, really short to the point where there isn't much going on. Yeah, and I like that. I thought it was for this kind of show.
Well, they had to draft 20 people, didn't they? So you gotta keep this fast.
Even towards the end, they started just throwing names out.
Just rifling off names.
So they ended up doing like the finisher sprint that they used to like to do back in the day in the WWF, which honestly I'm surprised we don't see that more. It's a good way to define the characters a little more. I like that. But this was the slowest finisher sprint I've ever seen in a match ever.
Yeah, it didn't feel like it was the end of the match either. Like Booker hits his finish, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, it's over.
Yeah, that's it. DDP ends up losing straight up to Booker T scissor kick.
Cool.
So there you go. Just like I said, all 4 elite level guys, and then like it just goes off the rails for all of them for a while. It's just kind of tough.
Speaking of that Rab himself sign, there was also a sign that said, "You're not undisputed without the NWA World Title." So
damn.
Wow.
And then Christian quit.
He saw that sign. He saw that sign. I'm out of
here. Shit, half the roster at this point said I'm out of here at this point.
Yeah, it's true.
Vince McMahon's backstage. Vince thinks that Rick is going to draft his poison, the NWO.
A lethal dose of poison.
Kurt says, well, you should pick me instead. We're friends. We're chums.
Yeah, he's listing off his accomplishments on the back of his 8x10, and
Vince says,
I guess that was enough.
Yeah. All right, I draft Kurt Angle. We don't have to go out there to announce anymore. We just say it out loud. I declare Kurt Angle.
Imagine if that's how like the Michael NFL Scott draft was just sitting around anywhere. Just in the locker room. A camera just happens to be there. I picked this guy.
You could make a great story out of that. That'd be fantastic.
Yeah.
So Ric Flair, of course, gets his second pick. And I'll be damned, he picked the NWO.
Son of a bitch.
What a mastermind. I can't believe he would do that. Yeah, he drafted 3 dudes at once in one round.
How was that not either of their first pick? 3 guys.
Not thinking at all. I really don't know. Vince is not happy because, the NWO, he brought him in. That's his poison.
It is. And he was like, I got another poison for you.
Oh, fuck. No.
Fuck. So Kurt
Stop
tries
the cloning.
He goes, you get this guy. And Vince goes, that's a good idea. I think I'm going to draft Chris Benoit.
No!
I feel like Kurt whispered in his ear. He's like, yeah, you should get Dean Malenko. And he's like, yeah, I got an idea.
Yes.
They shake things up.
What the fuck am I doing?
So Ric Flair's backstage. The NWO goes to meet with Rick. X-Pac his gimmick now is Karate Meister. He's the Karate Man. They meet with Rick backstage. X-Pac says, "Look, man, we only listen to Vince, bro. We really don't care about you." And then Rick says,
NWO.
Yeah, Rick says, well, good thing that literally no one in this whole company gives a fuck about any of you.
Scott Hall's gear looked cool, though.
X-Pac, I love this X-Pac gear.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
They made a figure of all those gears, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, the X-Pac gear was awesome. Scott Hall looked great here, too. Even though, this is like last time he looked great for a long time, but he looked good here.
Well, he punked out.
They said, you don't blow the NWO off like this. I don't remember who it was. I think it was Nash said that or something like that. So were they foreshadowing? Did they beat up Ric Flair or something at one time? I don't remember.
Well, they beat up Ric Flair in the whole WCW run, so maybe.
Yeah, that's why I was like, they didn't call back to any of that during this. I thought they were going to call back to like the WCW stuff, but I guess they
remember when we kicked your ass in WCW?
Nobody knows about that shit. Who was watching?
So Ric Flair goes, all right, well, I'm going to pick Kane. Okay.
And they didn't get scared, but they all just like left the room as if that was like enough to scare them off.
Yeah,
and then off camera they were saying shit. Did you hear him talking off camera? They're like,
no, what did he say?
Boot and the choke slam and the
Rick goes,
yeah, they were.
The temperature really picked up. The temperature of the room really picked up. I was like, okay.
And then the NWO offstage was like the big boot and the choke slam and the
hair
flip. There's
and the jeans and go for it.
Kevin Nash is calling all
16 consoles.
So we get Raw is brought to you by what was this? The Lori Lard Tobacco Company.
Tobacco is wacko. Moment of the
tobacco is wacko if you're a teen. Other than
that,
it's all right.
Customs album Fast. I don't know who's. I don't know.
It's his hit. It's the hit Megastar. That's what JR told me.
And mint Skittles. Mint Skittles.
And then
feel the
mint
kiss.
What the ew?
That sounds
disgusting. Taste the rainbow.
Actually.
Mint, yeah, it tastes like dog shit. What the fuck is mint Skittles?
Jerry Lawler said, "Come on, Trish, let me feel the kiss." I said, "What in the fuck?" That wasn't even like underhanded. Yeah, that wasn't even underhanded.
He did say that.
Let me kiss you.
He said, "Let me kiss you." Look at her tits. Yeah. What the fuck?
Easy.
Tongue me.
Speaking of Trish, we got Trish Stratus versus Ivory up next.
Hell yeah.
The crowd immediately chants, "We want puppies," and Jerry chants along with them. Ivory is mad underrated. She was gorgeous.
She was real fucking cool. She could work her ass off, and she looked great. I don't know. I mean, she did have the belt a few times, but like, God, it's just like in that era, it's like you might as well just did as little as everyone else did. But she tried. She tried her ass off.
Trish ends up winning this match with the Stratus faction. Gives her a little bit of that Stratus faction.
It might have been the first time she did it because they didn't know what to call. They didn't know what to call it. They didn't call it the Stratus faction.
I thought JR said she gave her a little bit of that Stratus faction.
Unless maybe he was just trying to start that. They also didn't call it the Stratosphere, that other fucking move she does. So
the one in the corner with the head.
Yeah.
Does anybody steal that? Does anybody do that anymore? I thought that was a cool move.
Yes.
Somebody does that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
James Darnell does that on the indies.
No.
He loves his shoulder so much.
No. So after that, we get the Vince McMahon draft pick. He comes back out. The crowd immediately starts chanting, "You are an asshole." You are an asshole.
I fucking loved it.
Vince starts talking and then just starts walking away. So I'm not fucking dealing with this. And then they stop for a second. So he came back to the podium and they start chanting, "You are an asshole." Vince picks with his fourth pick, Hulk Hogan.
Oh, dude.
SmackDown seems really problematic, man. I don't know. Some really fucked up picks there.
Vince also started doing Hogan's taunts just for like 5 minutes.
Oh, the guitar strut? Yeah, that was pretty good. I like that, actually.
Yeah, he's doing the ear cupping.
Yeah, that was cool.
I like how they show a little Titantron kind of thing, and they show like little
the stats. I like
it. It felt, I don't know. It was cool. Like when they do stuff that I don't expect them to do, like they go that little extra step, I always appreciate that.
They did it this way for a few years. I don't know when they gave up, though. Eventually, they give up.
Well, they eventually give up on the draft about halfway through the show.
Give up on the company.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, damn, dude, we got the season finale coming up.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it already passed. I think we already had the season finale. We're already there. So I was looking at something a little earlier because I was playing through 2K15 and they had a feud with Triple H and Shawn that went on forever. And they had this one segment where they were in a skybox fighting. And it just reminded me every time they go to the skybox how much I love shit like that. I was just thinking about it like, we were talking about the draft coming up. Just stuff that's like out of the ordinary. Being in the skybox is one thing, but then walking over and fighting the skybox is fucking pretty dope.
Hell yeah.
Stuff like that is cool. So we get the WWF Diva swimsuit issue coming out April 2nd. Check your local newsstands. Yes. Puppies. I will walk up to my newsstand and go, let me get that Divas swimsuit issue.
Yeah, let's see the bikinis.
We
Divas and
want
bikinis.
puppies. We have Ric Flair's draft pick coming up. Ric Flair he just comes out immediately and says, all right, I'm just from Rob Van Dam.
And then they had all the wrestlers in that like back room, but they didn't really show them that often.
Yeah, they only showed them a few times. And then they walked out of the room. Where are you guys going?
Yeah, they're going to the other show.
Yeah, I guess they're going to the other room.
They're going
to the other room, just like right beside it.
Going to the SmackDown room or Raw room.
So that is Ric Flair's fourth pick. Eventually, I'll lose count, but that's his fourth pick here. Yes. Vince is pissed off because Ric Flair picked RVD, and Kurt says, when did you become a big RVD fan? And Vince goes, what?
Whoa.
Spider-Man. And Kurt goes, damn, you're right. So Vince says, you know what, man? I just wanted the Intercontinental title, and RVD's holding it. And Kurt says, well, let's make a match for tonight, and I'll bring the damn Intercontinental title to SmackDown with me. And Vince goes, man, Kurt, I should have drafted you first. I was like, oh, look at this.
Vince has a big-ass smile on his face. Man, this guy is smart. I'm glad I got him.
Smart guy here, man. Then we cut back to The Rock and Hogan backstage. Hogan goes up to Rock and goes, look, man, I'm just as over as you. Don't think you're better than me.
Listen, I put you over once, kid. That's it.
Hogan and Rock are pissed because the NWO have slightly inconvenienced them by adding X-Pac to their team.
Yeah, like, but he's got nunchucks too. You can't forget that.
And karate kicks.
That's true.
This is a little different from the NWO when they first joined and they killed The Rock.
They actually murdered him. Yes.
They killed The Rock and now they just have X-Pac.
So. The Rock's a nice guy. He forgives very easily.
Forgive and forget. Rock and Hogan versus the NWO in a handicap match later on tonight.
Why would you decide to do that?
X-Pac's not really much of it's basically a tag team match.
Let's put X-Pac to the side. Bam, non-fight.
We get a Vince McMahon draft pick. The crowd chants, you are an asshole.
Every time. It didn't get old the whole show for me.
It was good. Vince McMahon picks his fifth pick, which is Billy and Chuck. And with Billy and Chuck comes Rico.
Yes, because they're the tag champions, so champions get drafted together.
Yes, so I would have just went after all the teams, honestly. That probably would have been the move.
Yeah.
If you did NWO and Billy and Chuck in your first two picks, you have 5 guys already.
Yeah, that's actually, and you have some titles. That's actually a really good pick.
Hell yeah.
So it shows the NWO walking backstage because their match is about to be next. X-Pac is playing with his nunchucks.
They're walking really slow, but X-Pac is like jogging in place because he's trying to like get them to keep up.
Well, Hall and Nash can't go too fast.
Yeah, we know that, but X-Pac is like, come on, let's go, guys.
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Now it's time for the lugs, boots, shoes, attitude flashback of the night.
Nice.
SmackDown flashback where the NWO put Rock through a table and then X-Pac came out and they hit Hogan with a chair. Whoa!
In the head.
Now they're
right in the head.
What did Cole say? Now they're extra poisonous. Oh God.
They really wanted the NWO to be poison. I don't know why they thought that was the buzzword. That's the buzzword they're going for. Poison.
That's because WCW sucks. That's why. That's the real word here.
Fuck you, Ted.
Yeah, Ted, you bitch.
So we have Hogan and Rock versus the NWO. And you know
Hogan
what, man?
And his fake fucking theme.
Yeah, like this is how I always remembered Hogan's theme sounding. It was like a dying duck.
Wow. It's not like a fucking porn song.
Oh yeah, it's Val Venus' TNA theme. Yeah. Dude, this match on paper is nuts.
It's loaded.
This was just like a Raw match back in the day. They just kind of made this back then. And like now, this is like an all-time on-paper match. Yeah. Hogan and Rock versus Hall, Nash, and X-Pac. Like, what the fuck?
I thought it was kind of weird that like The Rock didn't have any hesitation at all here. I mean, he gets into the ring, and it's Nash, Hall, and X-Pac all in NWO gear, and then he's standing next to Hogan, who is also still in NWO gear.
With no logos.
It's Hollywood gear. It's Hollywood gear.
But, like, come on. Like, he's not a little hesitant that he's going to get fucked
logos.
Up here.
Yeah, he's fine. Everything's good.
Weird.
And he's definitely not afraid of the NWO. Are you kidding? These dudes are jabronis,
Yeah,
dude.
I guess not. They jabroni them the whole run, don't they?
They beat the fuck out of them right now.
All they give them is that one Rock thing, huh?
Yeah, that was it. It was just basically separating Hogan from him, and then you guys can do whatever the fuck you want. You go with TNA.
Fuck, yeah. Yeah, they get their asses whooped here, too. You're right.
Yeah. So X-Pac gets...
TNA.
X-Pac comes in with his karate gimmick, goes, wah-pa-pa, gets his feet all up, and The Rock then does the wah-pa-pa. I was like, damn, man, you're not going to let them have anything.
The punch, wah-pa-cha punch.
Yeah. Spits in his hand and everything. Dude was out of control.
They also had to draft the ticker on the bottom of the screen, which I thought was cool.
Yeah, they did. They had it later, too, I think.
Nice little addition. Yeah, they did.
Oh, man. By the time they got to it later, it was so long, it lasted the entire Billy match.
It was longer than the match.
Yeah.
They didn't even finish it.
So they get through the match here. Then Kane comes out, and Kane
with
comes
his titties
out with his nipples and his thighs.
Hell yeah.
So this fucking guy, dude.
Why don't I remember it as often as I'm seeing it? I really don't remember his titties being out so this much.
He nippled up. I don't know, man. X-Pac's fucking just distraught over these nipples.
Big supple. That's a supplemental draft right there, Kane.
Dude, X-Pac is sitting in the ring as Kane's walking in the ring. He's saying, wah-pa-pa-cha, wah-pa-cha-cha. He's got the nunchucks going crazy. I was like, oh shit, here we go.
He gets beat up. Kane goes to chokeslam Hall, and X-Pac hits him with a chair. And then X-Pac gets beat up, and Kane chokeslams Hall anyway. And then the NWO win by DQ.
Okay, so let's talk about that. First off, let me just say, Kane, you had your nipples out and stuff, but I appreciate how yoinked you were at this point. You were fucking...
He was gigantic.
Huge.
They should have strapped him up immediately.
Yeah. So Hulk Hogan, at the end of this match, after Kane comes out, and interferes on their behalf in this match.
Because the match that, let's just remind everybody, Rock and Hogan asked for this match. This was their idea. And then their NWO are whooping their ass in the match that they decided to have. And then Kane comes out to make the save. And then they're surprised when they get DQ'd.
Hulk Hogan raises everyone's hand, and Lillian goes, and the winners are not fucking you. And Hogan's like, whoa, what?
Whoa. What are you talking about, brother?
I didn't win. Yeah, what the fuck? I don't know, man. No. Like, Kane came out. This whole thing with Kane.
But I'm creative, dude.
Dude, he raised Kane's hand like he won the match. Like, Kane's not in this fucking match.
Not only that, Kane's pyro went off. Like, he was still not a part of the match, but he didn't do the taunt. It just went off.
Okay, so NWO won the match. They played their music, cut it off halfway through, did Kane's pyro, played Kane's music. What the fuck?
Vince, wow, look how big it is. Play all this shit.
My God, bro. What the hell? All right, so we move on. Ric Flair's War Room again. Vince breaks into the room and he goes, well. And this is where it just goes completely off the rails. They just start speed picking picks.
They give up here. Yeah.
Ric Flair goes, well, I'm going to draft Booker T. And then Vince goes, well, I'm going to draft Edge. And then Ric Flair goes, well, I'm going to draft the Big Show. And then he goes, I'm going to draft the Rikishi.
He says, I'll take the Big Chi, or did he say the Big Cheeks? What did he say?
I thought he was saying the Big Cheeks. I swear he was.
I thought he said the Big Cheeks.
Because then Rick follows up. He goes, great. Well, then maybe we'll get to see him sit that big fat ass on your face again. Like, yeah.
And Vince pushed him.
He had enough. He said, don't you
you son of a bitch, I'm out of here.
And then he pulled out a pair of nunchucks.
And then The Rock said, I'm going to come out. Awesome.
And then Kane came in and pyro went off.
And then Kane won somehow. I don't fucking know how this works. No one knows. Hogan's very surprised too. He doesn't know either.
I'm still surprised.
We have Jeff Hardy with Matt and Lita versus Billy with Rico and Chuck. It's a singles match.
Team Extreme's glow in the dark jackets.
They looked really cool here, man.
What the fuck? That was awesome.
Yeah, they really did look really dope. Matt Hardy's got bootcut jeans on. He's ready to be out here and do his managerial.
You love
position.
that bootcut jeans. I know.
I mean, it's something else, man. It's something else. Billy and Chuck come out. And it's crazy because when I remember Billy and Chuck, I remember them with the SmackDown tag titles and not so much the old tag team attitude design. But this is fucking goated. They look incredibly good with these titles on. I'm like, whoa, this is awesome.
Yeah,
that title design's super dope in the first place. I was talking to Tony the other day about it because someone had posted on I think JB Toys had posted on Instagram. He had made some dual plated and attitude era designs.
I did see you guys talking about it.
Yeah, dude, they look so dope. I mean, and it's funny because as much as I remember loving the dual plated more, there's something about that scratch logo, man. It just fucking
I know. It's so dope. I know.
So they get this match started. Once again, it's a real short match up here. It's a singles match in the first place. It wasn't going to go very long. There was one spot in this match that really caught my eye here. Lita hits a Lita Conrana on the outside to Rico, smacks her fucking head off the announcer table.
my God.
Rico doesn't even attempt to catch her. He's just like, whatever.
No, she gets annihilated here. What the fuck?
Dude's a menace. Yeah, I don't know. Jeff ends up hitting the schoolboy on Billy, and he ends up winning the match there. I thought maybe they were going to do matches for picks, but I guess they hadn't done it at this point yet.
No, I think that's later on.
That's way later, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think that's maybe even 08, 09.
Yeah, it's way, way later. But in my head, maybe because of the game, 12 and stuff.
I mean, that is a cool idea, though. They should have did it sooner.
I think the week before the draft, having matches for the draft would be pretty cool, honestly.
Yeah.
That'd be a cool idea. We should do that. Okay. So then there was a little commercial. It says, I was there.
I was there. You should say.
The propaganda video. I was there live.
I was there when Trish had to bark like a dog.
I was there when Vince McMahon's face was in Rikishi's cheeks.
I was there when they screwed Brett.
I was there for the tribute show that should have happened.
To the troops, of course.
Yes, of course, the troops. WWF Live, the moments are waiting. AKA, please come to these fucking shows, man. Please. We did not think that buying WCW would do this.
We're doing this draft, so you guys can come to both shows. Please come.
Please. Buying WCW really did hurt the business a lot. Very much so.
We can't afford this Jimmy Hart song library. Please, come to the show.
Can't afford anything. So we have Ric Flair and Vince draft picking again. Once again, they're just going at it. They're sitting in the seats. They're not even coming out anymore. I said, fuck it. Rick drafts Bubba Ray Dudley, which is weird, champ, because everybody else just came as a team. Why did the NWO
was so
get
good because Flair's like, I'm gonna get the Dudley boys. I'm gonna start by picking Bubba Ray. I'm like, you dumb son of a bitch.
The Dudleys don't have the pull the NWO have, and Billy and Chuck are tag champions, so that's just the
Flair's
rules.
mistake. This is Ric Flair's big mistake.
Oh, you think he could have drafted the Dudleys? He just didn't.
Yeah, he just
maybe he didn't know Devon's name.
Maybe Devin.
I draft Bubba Ray Dudley and Aaron Dudley.
Aaron.
I draft Bubba and
Donovan.
Dudley 2. Deuce
well,
Dudley.
One of those doesn't fucking count, and it's Bubba Ray Dudley. You get Deuce Dudley. So Vince goes, well, fuck it. He shuffles his papers and I was like, what's that fucker's name? Donovan? Devon. I draft Devon Dudley.
Devin Dudley.
And so they straight up break up Team 3D. They're fucking pissed. They give each other a handshake, the hug. He whispers in his ear, I'll see you in the Impact Zone, brother.
You know that actually
they hug,
like
and definitely there's somebody in the back that goes, ah!
There's someone in the back going,
yeah.
Probably Spike.
They got a reaction from the crowd. I don't know if it was added in, but the crowd actually was like, "Oh man, this kind of sucks." We like,
I mean,
why
that's
the
weird.
fuck would they break him up? Yeah, that was really
because Vince is
short-sighted.
Vince fucking doesn't think tag teams are money, bro.
Yeah, well, guess what? They go to the Impact Zone soon.
Hey, this brought us Deacon Batista and Big Dave Batista, so it all worked out.
Deacon Dudley. That's what I want.
They're gonna Deacon. So Rikishi versus William Regal is next. William Regal comes out with the European Championship. As far as I know, he's the only European champion on this show forever. Every time we watch it, he's always the European champion.
Yeah, I mean, whatever. No one else needs it.
So Rikishi comes out. What were you saying?
Go ahead. I was going to say, during this match, they want you to watch Clock Stoppers.
Whoa.
Wait, what? What is that?
You remember Clock Stoppers?
That was right before Clock Suckers.
Clock Suckers. That's awesome.
And Clock
Stoppers
Goblin.
It's basically Click. Imagine the movie
Clock
Click.
Goblins. That's awesome.
You want to watch Cock Globbers? Gobblers? I don't know. Fuck it. I ruined the joke. Let's move on. I suck. I can't make jokes today. Get you on the back. I wish I had a clock stopper now.
Let's go back in time.
Don't take that out.
So
they were talking about cock gobblers. Yes.
Yeah.
Clock stoppers.
Okay. So,
Clock stoppers is a
Tony,
movie.
what is that?
It's like imagine the movie Click, but it's like a kid with a watch. It's Adam Sandler with Click. Remember that movie?
Yeah, I love the Adam Sandler. He's awesome.
Yeah, that was right
like
before Dick Suckers.
Yeah, Dick Sucker starring Peter North.
Corey Chase. Peter North.
Peter North and Corey Chase.
That's
Sorry,
awesome.
like Clock Suckers.
I was saying Clock Stoppers. I had to look this up. What the fuck is Clock Stoppers?
Oh yeah, sorry. What's Clock
Oh,
Stoppers?
step,
like
bro, I'm stuck in the clock.
The Time Machine video.
Okay, this movie has
gimmick.
one
Hold on, tell us
star
about
in
Clock
it.
Stoppers.
Yeah, what
It has
is the
one
movie?
star in it, and it's
What's the
French
movie called?
Stewart. You guys remember French Stewart?
What movie are we talking?
What is the movie
Clock
called?
Stoppers.
Clock
Yes.
Stoppers. Okay.
Yes.
Clock Stoppers.
Sure,
You remember
sure.
French Stewart? You remember that guy?
Who?
No.
Tony
French
Stewart?
French
Ricky
Stewart.
Rackman?
He was Inspector Gadget 2. He was also in Home Alone 4, Taking Back the House. You know?
Of
remember
course.
There was a fourth Home Alone.
Dude.
that? He was in
Move.
Beverly Hills Chihuahua 2. How do you not remember that?
Oh, dude, I do remember that movie's crazy.
All right, so it's basically Click, but a kid with a watch, and he stops time, and then French Stewart wants to
Click.
steal the watch.
With
What did you
Fat
think I
Adam
said?
Sandler.
What did you think I said?
I don't really know.
Clit?
I stopped listening.
The Click
There's a movie called
Taurus.
Clit with Peter North. Yes, that movie.
Oh, Click with Fat Adam Sandler. Fat Adam Sandler
Click
dies.
Taurus.
That's a fucked up movie.
So
It's like
basically
that.
Okay, so yeah,
Little
Clock
fat
Stoppers
kid
was that.
dies?
Yeah. No, he doesn't die. Okay, anyway.
Spoilers.
Yeah, Adam Sandler goes back to school.
Oh shit.
To prove to dad
Back
I'm
to
not a
school.
fool.
How many tomatoes does Clock Stoppers have?
Clock Stoppers had a budget of 26 million. It made 38.8 million. So
Oh, my
it made its money
question.
back.
All right, so Rikishi versus William Regal
Yeah, true.
was pretty cool, man. So Rikishi comes out. He's obviously getting his ass kicked because he's got a real big frown on his face.
He's big.
William Regal comes out. It cuts back to the ring during Regal's shit, and it cuts back to the ring, and Brock Lesnar's here.
Brock jumps him, and Rikishi digs the Rikishi bump off a clothesline. And
That's all they want him to do.
immediately.
Yeah,
Like,
they said
right
take the
away.
Rikishi bump and take this F5 and go home. And that's what they did.
This is the one they put in the video game, that clothesline. That's
Yeah,
the
you're
one.
right. It is. It is. You're
yeah.
right. Which is awesome. A lot of the stuff from this time period right around here was in the video games. Like Here Comes the Pain and Shut Your Mouth and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Jim Ross says, "There's that fucker Paul Heyman."
Yes, fucking sleaze bag.
He called him a hemorrhoid on the face of life.
Damn.
Jerry Lawler goes, "Hemorrhoid." Yeah, Jim Ross had a point to prove here. He's
Fucking
fucked.
Jezebel Paul Heyman.
So Jazz is up next.
Oh, Jezebel.
Jazz is the WWF Women's Champion, and she's not even here. She's not even at
You
the
wouldn't
show.
know it because she didn't have the title.
No, she wasn't at the fucking show. She was at New York. Jazz says, "I'm waiting to see where the divas go." I'm like, "You're fucking waiting forever
Divas?
because it ain't happening now. You ain't
Yeah.
gonna see no damn divas tonight." And Jazz goes, "You know what? The people call me a bitch. If you want to call me a bitch, then fine. As the WWF Women's Champion, I'll be the only bitch appearing on both these damn shows." I was like, I like this.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's
all
pretty
right.
cool.
Dude, Jazz kicked ass. I love
Yeah.
Jazz.
Hell yeah.
She was awesome.
Yeah,
They
she
had no
was
idea what to
fucking
do with her,
lit.
but she was awesome.
Which is crazy because she was just like, it's such an easy character to book. And I mean, they did her well for a bit, but she kind of fell off after a while.
And she had that cool music, too.
She had, not only did she have cool music, but her attire was dope. It was way different than everybody else's, especially like later on, like 06, like right when
Yeah.
Jazz was about to leave, I think.
Yeah.
She had like the camo attire and stuff. That was really dope. I like
Bro,
that a
her
lot.
finisher was called the bitch lock. That rules.
That is fucking dope. So you want to call me a bitch? That's my finisher.
I'll lock you in the bitch lock.
So Vince McMahon does a draft pick. Vince McMahon says, "I
You
draft."
are an asshole.
You are.
Sorry. Gotta remind people
No,
that's still happening.
You have to. I agree. Vince McMahon says, "I draft Brock Lesnar." I go, "Whoa, that's crazy." And
That's
Ric
pretty
Flair
cool.
walks out and goes, "It's not even your pick." And then Vince goes, "Okay, but you can have two picks if you let me get this pick." And Rick says, "No, I draft Brock Lesnar."
Yeah.
And then Vince goes, "Yeah, well, I draft Mark Henry."
He says, I'll pick somebody that has every bit of potential that Brock does. Mark Henry. Whoa, what?
Yeah, he's looking into the silverback gimmick. He said, yeah, we're going to do that.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So Ric Flair goes, yeah, well, I'm going to draft William Regal, the European champion.
European heavyweight champion.
I love when they say that. I can fucking orgasm when I hear that shit. Vince then goes, yeah, well, I'm going to draft Maven so we get the hardcore division on SmackDown. And Maven's like, what the fuck?
And then they show Maven. One of the few people they show backstage is show Maven.
Maven, the hardcore champion, 24/7, by the way. So I don't know why he drafted the SmackDown.
I don't know why somebody didn't beat him on this show and then
a whole
changed
room
Vince's
of
pick.
guys. A whole room of guys, yeah. Ric Flair should have just had William Regal beat him or something. Yeah. And Brock Lesnar do it. So Ric Flair goes, well, I'm going to draft fucking Lita. And then Vince goes, you drafted a woman? Oh my God.
You only drafted because you want to fuck her ass. Whoa, Vince, what the fuck?
What did he say? He said, you only drafted a woman because you're the vicious pig.
Yeah, what? He says, if you think you're going to lucky with Lita, and maybe you will, maybe you won't. What?
Not going to say what your chances are. They're 50-50.
You know, it is what it is. Damn, bro. Like, just bury. She's the first woman drafted in this thing, and Vince is just burying her for. She's awesome at this. Like, she just popped a crazy Rana on your show, almost broke her neck for you, and then she gets drafted, and Vince comes out and says, whore. No way.
And she's like one of the only women on the show with a kayfabe boyfriend, a shoot boyfriend that she's kayfabe boyfriends with. Yeah, so it's just like, I don't know really what's going on here.
If you want to fuck her, I guess that's okay with me. What the fuck?
So then Vince, after that, goes, and also, if you think you're going to invade SmackDown, please watch SmackDown. I'll kick your ass.
Yeah, everyone will.
And then Ric Flair says, you are an asshole.
Lita was the last draft pick, by the way.
Yeah, she was. I mean, I guess they had to get the
Which is
divas
awesome.
in there. I thought that
should have
cool.
been like a big deal.
Yeah, well, Vince said it's a huge deal because you want to fuck her.
Because she's a huge Jezebel whore.
JR's about to let it go. He's not going to have it. I cannot believe you drive the Jezebel.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
So we Jim Ross has been holding it all show.
Fucking Jim Crockett rolling his grave.
He's been holding it all. So he said, hey, you go to the top rope. You shouldn't even be able to go to the top rope.
Scientifically impossible for a woman to do that.
So we get the commercial, or I guess a little segue here for the Castro GTX Drive Hard, and they're going to be hosting Backlash.
Whoa.
They're good enough to fucking host Backlash. It's awesome.
Backlash. You know, it is what it is.
It's the Backlash with the fucking hooks too, and they just got this hook going.
How could you ever get rid of that, man? Why would you want any other look other than the gigantic fucking hooks? Those are
Whoever
awesome.
came up with these ideas, like whenever I think of the word Backlash, I don't think of hooks. There's got to be some like creative head that like comes up with the themes for the pay-per-views. Yeah. And they had some good ones back in the day, man. They were really like killing it back then. We need somebody to do that whose job is literally just to come up with sets with trusses.
Just big trusses.
It was just a swinging truss. That's all it was. It was on a damn pendulum.
That was cool.
So we get Kurt Angle versus Rob Van Dam for the Intercontinental Championship. Kurt Angle's going to try to bring it to Raw, or bring it to SmackDown,
which is a good
RVD's on Raw. Yeah, I think this was a good, well-made match.
I don't know how they, like, you would think they would have did the, I mean, I get, Maven isn't going to get drafted early, but if they would have did the hardcore title pick earlier and then, like, keep changing the title so the pick keeps changing, would have been a great gimmick.
Was 24/7 rule still going on?
I think so, right? Or no? Was it not?
They ended it at one point. I don't remember.
Yeah,
when
you're
they
right.
Did.
I don't know.
Oh, maybe it wasn't going on at this point. I'll have to look. Continue on, and I'll find out.
Okay. So RVD comes to the ring, and RVD has the music with the theme song lyrics and everything. So that's really dope. He comes
and that
out.
Singlet.
Whew. Yeah, dude, he looks so good at this point. I'm surprised. I guess he was drafted pretty early on, mostly just because the Intercontinental title. But RVD was fucking over at this point, like really, really over.
Okay, so here it says between the Invasion storyline and WrestleMania 18, the 24/7 rule was only used twice. In 01, both times in 01, and then it says the rule ended on August 19th, 2002.
Okay.
So
this is
March. So it was already dying because
they just kind of didn't do it, and then they just got rid of it. Actually,
I think when Taker won it is really when they stopped.
Yeah. I guess Taker said, "Fuck that shit. I ain't doing that."
I'm not working on that much. What the fuck? I'm not losing to Molly Holly.
So RVD comes into the ring here. He does his little spin, and then Kurt catches him mid-spin and hits a German suplex.
That was fucking awesome.
Yeah, Kurt's really good at the small things in the matches to make him like really seem like a fight. It's cool.
Yeah.
RVG and Kurt are straight up the coolest fucking dudes in the world at this point. Like, this match was just fucking sweet. Like, what a dope match to have on Raw.
This could have been just for the WWF title.
Yeah, it really could have.
IC title was awesome. Did you hear JR at one point on commentary talking about like Jerry Lawler's shirt or something?
He did say something about a shirt. I don't remember what it was though.
He said like, I don't know if I caught it all, but what I wrote down was he said Lawler is wearing a Nicole Kidman shirt that's showing his nipples.
Yeah, he did say that. He said nipples. I remember nipples.
What the why?
I don't know. JR, like I said, he's been holding it all show. He's about to let it go. He's going to let it rub out.
Fucking motherfucker.
Maybe there's like a time Nicole Kidman incident that happened around this time, maybe.
Maybe.
The Billy Kidman incident.
Bill Kidman.
Oh, true. He hit the top rope.
Bill Adult Man.
Yeah. He would be William Adult Man.
Bill Adult Senior.
That's got to be a job for a DPW.
Him and Sleepy Joe.
That's awesome. So Kurt Angle and RVD, they get into it. Kurt is hitting these mean Germans in this match.
Hell
He is really just going crazy with these. They're super dope. RVD is hitting his kicks as hard as he's ever hit them before. Kurt ends up shoving Tim White in front of RVD's karate kick off the top in this match. Kurt is busted open by one of RVD's kicks because he just throws them bitches so stiff. It's crazy.
You either catch it or you don't. It's either what it is. What it is.
You better put your hand up on these, man. Tim White then gets up and he says, "Oh fuck this! I'm throwing a match out. I don't care about this." And then Edge comes in and he attacks Kurt Angle. And I was surprised at how much they gave both of them here.
Edge comes in and he hits Kurt with a belly-to-belly suplex. I don't know if I've ever seen Edge do a belly-to-belly before.
It was good, too.
It was
like,
real
wow.
good. I was like, what the fuck?
It was awkward because he held him forever. I was like, is he going to be able to get him over? And then he did. I was like, this is awesome.
And then he goes for the spear. I think Kurt hit a big fucking German suplex on him.
Yep.
And then Kurt goes for the angle slam, reversed out of it. Big spear. Looked good. And then a bunch of refs come out and break it up.
How sweet was it when he dropped the straps after the German suplex and then Edge reverses it? Yeah, dude, that was so good. Wow.
It's clean, man. It's real good.
Yeah, he's just so fucking good.
A lot of people just hitting on all cylinders on the show, even with these short matches. Like like this match wasn't long at all, but you can tell even if this is your first time watching like a wrestling show, you can like, oh fuck, Kurt, RVD, and Edge, like these are guys I should be watching.
These are the guys, yeah. These are the top dudes.
And then there's the main event, which is good, but it's like, damn, like quality wise, it's like fuck, man.
These guys, these three seem like the bigger deal than the main, to be honest with you. Which sums up Triple H's
the main was a big comedy match.
Yeah. Michael Cole catches up with Stephanie backstage, and she says, "I will become the undisputed champion." Cool. So apparently there was a stipulation for this match. If Stephanie was pinned, she leaves the World Wrestling Federation.
Forever.
Yeah, I guess I didn't catch that early on. I just heard it at the end of this match.
Yeah, it's I think I don't know if she said it in the promo, but they do the Castrol GTX rewind where it shows Stephanie booking the triple threat match.
So we have Triple H versus Jericho versus Stephanie. Undisputed titles on the line just on this Raw. It's my time. Oh, that's my exact reaction when she came out. It's awesome.
Here comes your Jezebel, of course. He really does say it. He says it multiple times on this fucking match.
Here comes the slutty, slut.
Here comes milky whore bitch. That was a quote, direct quote.
Here comes from the star of Cock Clickers.
Oh, here comes that clock shucker.
Clock goblin herself here, Stephanie McMahon. So Stephanie, Jericho, and Triple H are wearing SmackDown Here Comes the Pain attires.
Yes, this is the green Jericho gear, right?
Yes, the green Jericho gear. He's got the alternate Triple H black trunks.
Yes.
And Stephanie's got the slutty horse slut attire.
The Jezebel. God, why were they were so fucking mean to that girl, man?
They were so mean.
Why were they so fucking mean to that girl?
I mean, know.
She was annoying, but damn, dude, like she was just a bitch on TV. She wasn't sucking all the dicks in the building. Like let her live a little.
She played it off great though. It made her character.
Oh, it was.
So
I mean,
awesome.
like she took it like a fucking champ, but it probably sucked. Like,
it probably did.
It probably took a little bit to get used to. But
I'm sure the paychecks probably eased the pain a little bit.
Yeah, you know what? You gotta
just a little bit.
I also wanted to bring up, I don't know if I guess eventually we'll get to it at some point. But so Triple H is undisputed champion here, and Triple H, in my mind, I only remember him with the double titles. But I guess at one point he did have the actual undisputed title, which in my mind doesn't feel right.
Like both of these joints? He
faces Hogan for the belt at Backlash, I'm pretty sure.
Wait. You mean like the
actual undisputed title? Like the one that they come out with after this, when they actually.
I don't remember him holding that at all.
He faces Hogan he's champion going into that, and he faces Hogan for it, and he has like the actual undisputed title, and it looks so weird to me just because I don't associate him with that title in the slightest. If you
ask Triple H, that's his title.
I'll try to find a picture of it for you. I was playing
the 2K15 joint. He goes, Triple H, he made the Hell in a Cell famous. Did he? Did he make that? Was that right?
Let me see. I'll send. Oh, here, look at
with this guy
in our chat. I like this. Just like doesn't him with
Which
his
one?
title.
Steam, Discord.
Discord is where you can find this one.
This is cursed. Don't delete.
It doesn't look so
here.
Weird.
This is cursed. Yeah, this is fucked up.
Oh wait, here's the picture of him. The shot for.
Oh yeah, this is cursed. Yeah,
that's so weird.
It is weird. He actually looks super dope with the 2 titles though.
The 2 title look is so sick, and that's why I remember Jericho with too. But like,
did they introduce the undisputed title after the brand split? Is that when it came in?
I guess
I'm assuming so because Backlash is pretty soon. So yeah.
Yeah.
And Hulk, I guess, goes back to this gimmick right after the show, like pretty much. He goes back to he goes back to that.
I guess he waits for the pay-per-view to debut that. No, because they have
they have it up there. So. Yeah. So he had
maybe
to do
just on that SmackDown, maybe. Yeah.
He's all right, brother. I'm coming back to do my thing. Okay,
dude.
Whatever. Do what you want.
Yeah, sorry for that sidebar. That clicked on my mind. I was like, fuck.
No,
that bothered me.
Dude, that is fucking weird. And it's funny here because he has both the titles. And then he grabs both of them, and instead of putting them both on 2 shoulders, he puts the WWF title on top of the WCW one.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fuck you, Ted.
Fuck you. Go to hell, Ted, you bitch.
So Stephanie gets into the match. She immediately tries to lay down and let Jericho pin her to win, but Triple H said, no, that's not going to happen.
No.
So then we get
on my wife.
We get a commentary diatribe here, which is Jerry Lawler saying, hey, Jerry, have you been drafted yet? You better shut up. And then JR goes, you remember, you're right. I want you to do the JR voice for this point.
JR says, I haven't been drafted. I haven't been in the draft since Vietnam. And Lawler says, Lawler says that JR got shot at by both sides.
Both sides shot him.
That was a really good line.
Yeah, they had some really good stuff in this match.
Lawler had that one in his playbook. He's just waiting to drop that line.
So Triple H hits a slingshot to Jericho that puts him into the corner where Stephanie's at. Stephanie gets hit by the slingshot, then Flair flops right into Jericho's cock.
And then JR calls her Jezebel.
Jezebel? What?
What the fuck, man?
That's awesome. Of course, Jericho and Stephanie can't work together too long because as much as they would like to work together, Stephanie's just a trash bag hoe.
Of course.
So Stephanie slaps Jericho. Jericho pie face her. Then Jericho goes for the lion salt on Triple H, but misses, and Stephanie tries to pin him off.
She pins him and gets like a 2.5 count, like almost wins. Like not even just like a 1.
Jericho then locks in the walls on her. I was like, he's really going to win the match like right now. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Then Triple H breaks it up.
I was horrified when Triple H broke this up because it's the same exact motion to break this up that when he blows out his fucking leg that one time. The same exact one.
Yeah, you're right. Where he takes that like left side little bumpski. Yeah.
Oof.
Triple H sets up Stephanie for the pedigree, but Jericho hits a missile drop kick to break it up. Jericho then goes to grab a chair in the championships. Hebner takes away the chair. Triple H gets his hands on one title. Jericho gets the other, and they hit each other at the same time for a double down.
as you do.
That's a good spot, man. I like that. That was dope. Stephanie then sees them both down, slides in and tries to pin Triple H, but he kicks out. Then she tries to pin Jericho. Then he kicks out too.
And anytime there's like they're teasing a lot that Triple H is going to hit this pedigree on Stephanie. They tease it a bunch of times, and every time this crowd is on fire to watch this man beat his wife.
They are ready to see.
They are so
Triple
excited.
H is ready. He's like, it's awesome.
They're like, wow, woo, yeah, beat that bitch's ass.
Stephanie then looks at Triple H And then she does the Stan Hansen hand in the air, pulls down the gimmick, hits the ropes. I'm like, what's she about to do? A big lariat to Triple H? And then Triple H clotheslines the shit out of her.
She fucking took her hat off.
Jericho then locks in the walls on Triple H, which leads to Stephanie jumping on Jericho. He slams her off. Then Triple H sets up the pedigree, and then Stephanie breaks that up too.
Of course.
I'm like, damn, all right, there's a lot of Stephanie breaking up here. This match is actually going pretty good, honestly.
It's the whole, I mean, even though like we're saying, it's a comedy match and there's a lot of goo gaga in it, it actually is for what it is, if you have to have this match, this is probably the best way to have this match.
Yeah.
During this entire Jericho run, it never really hit me until we started rewatching a lot of this shit. Triple H treated this dude like a bitch every single week.
Triple H treated anyone that he was
every week,
by,
dude,
like a bitch.
When I was a kid, I was like, man, Jericho's the coolest dude ever. And then Triple H just fucking reamed him for a year. Just beat the shit out of him.
If he could get away with it, he would trash everybody. It's just there was some people that were like, I mean, Jericho's really good, but there was some people that you just could, like Kurt Angle, he did that Shane's shit to, but Kurt's just so fucking good, you just can't get away with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Triple H then hits the spine buster on Stephanie, and that's the end of the match. So
and that's what you win with. You tease this pedigree the whole match. Fucking do it.
Yeah, no. Turns out she can only take back bumps. Sorry, buddy.
I guess so.
So the stipulation was if Stephanie was pinned, she leaves the World Wrestling Federation. So the referees come down and drag her ass out of the arena.
Forever, she'll never be back ever again, ever.
Never, ever. You never, and she dies after that.
Until next week.
She's like holding onto the ring post. They're pulling her legs away.
I own stock in this company.
She goes underneath the ring. They drag her out from under the ring. Triple H grabs the mic, and before he even gets the chance to do it, the crowd's going, nah. He's like, oh, yeah, hell yeah, let's see that real quick. And Stephanie's backing up the ramp, being dragged, going, no! And that's how it goes off.
Stephanie played her part here perfect. She was great here.
It was great, yeah. This was a real fun show, though.
It was incredibly fun. But for some reason, I tried to go to WWF.com after this to see the draft lottery. Couldn't even fucking see it. Kind of weird shit. I don't know.
Well, don't worry. I got it for you if you want.
I was going to say, I also have it.
Play it up for me, boys.
It's a fucking lot, though.
You can have SmackDown. I'll have Raw. How about that?
All right, yeah, let's do that. Okay, so it ends at Lita, number 20.
Yes.
So number 21 was Peter Grunner.
All right, and that's it for Raw, March 20 whatever. We're out
of here. Right, John Layfield.
Oh, yeah. So 21 was, of course, Peter Grunner, also known as Billy Adult Sr.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, and then Raw had, as you said, Bradshaw. SmackDown got the Cruiserweight Champion Tajiri.
Why'd they do that off the show?
I don't know.
Huh, Maven, but not Tajiri.
Right.
Raw had Michael Manna.
Steven Richards. Oh, wow.
Oh, man. He did something with the baseball. I remember that.
And then I guess because, which is also weird because, like as you said, they were in the main event, so they couldn't get drafted. But Jericho is up next. How was, they drafted Billy Kidman before
was the draft lottery random? Was it just a random pick, or did they actually pick them? Because Vince insinuated that he picked people for the draft lottery.
You would think it was them picking it.
But it says lottery.
Yeah, it was supposed to be. Maybe it was.
Oh, you know what?
But Vince insinuated on the show that he was going to pick some mean dudes in the draft lottery. But it's called the draft lottery.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm in my mind, because it's funnier, I'm gonna assume that he picked Billy Kidman first over Chris
I think so too.
Okay, yeah, he did. Raw had Matt Hardy next, 26.
Ivory is the next SmackDown pig.
Raven was 28.
Albert is up next for.
Was he just
SmackDown.
Albert?
He was just Albert, yeah. I don't think he's.
Jeff Hardy is number 30.
And then the Hurricane, which I think is just the Hurricane,
yeah. Yeah.
Mr. Perfect 32 to Raw.
Al Snow.
Who'd he ever beat?
Who do you ever bump? Who do you ever draw for?
Finish? Number 34 to Raw, Spike Dudley. Little Spike Dudley.
Oh,
Lance
nice.
Storm, number 35.
You better recognize number 36 to Raw, D'Lo Brown.
Is DDP's shoot last name actually Falkenberg?
Why do they put shoot names up here?
It's just, I don't know. I guess because this is just Wikipedia I'm reading off
No,
of.
his last name is Page.
No, his first name is Page, actually.
His first name is Diamond.
Middle name Dallas.
DDP number 37.
Number 38, Sean Stasiak.
Number 39, Tori Wilson.
Number 40 to Raw is Terry Reynolds.
Which, of course,
Terry
is
Funk.
next is Scotty Duhati.
Of course.
And then to Raw is Jacqueline.
It goes Tori, Terry, Scotty, Jacqueline, and then Stacy. What the fuck happened
Stacy,
here?
43 to SmackDown.
Yeah.
And then Goldust to Raw.
Christian to SmackDown.
Trish Stratus to Raw number 40.
You're fucking. Stacy got drafted before Trish. This has to be random. This has to be random.
No, you already.
It's gotta be. I think you were right, James. This is a lottery.
You said
this is a lottery. You're right.
It's got to be a lottery.
Yeah.
Test is up next for SmackDown.
48, Justin Credible.
49, Farouk Nation.
50 is the big boss man.
51 is Taz, brother. Peter Sardecha.
He was on the show, got drafted like 50th.
He's 51. Yeah.
They said on the show.
They talked about it on the
did.
show. Yeah, they're like, he's
the whole
be a hot
match was
draft
about
pick.
them being the perfect pick. Mr. Perfect was 32, and he lost that match. Taz is 51.
And Mr. Perfect was drafted before him?
Yeah.
Fuck. All right. Taz is 51,
Yes.
and then Tommy Dreamer 52 on
the innovator.
Why would the innovator of wrestling be drafted so late?
That's what I'm saying,
That's
bro.
crazy. That's fucked up, man.
I'm glad you accept that.
Yeah,
Hardcore Holly was next, though, 53.
And then 52 was Crash Holly, or 54 was Crash Holly.
Val Venus, number 55 for SmackDown.
Mighty Molly 56, and the final last draft pick
Mr.
of all
Irrelevant, Perry Saturn.
I love that dude.
Yeah. And then Triple H ends up on SmackDown. Jazz ends up on Raw after losing the title. Jericho ends up on SmackDown. Stephanie ends up on SmackDown, even though she
comes back as a GM.
She comes back as
somewhere
GM,
else.
right, or something like that.
Yeah, she comes back and it's a camera shot of her legs up to her ass.
God,
but hey, I'm back.
God bless. God bless.
John Cena said, "I'm getting kind of fucking bricked up, honestly."
And then Stone Cold goes to Raw.
He eventually decided, I'm going to choose Raw.
Oh, he decided home.
the Rock's back home.
They bounced it back and forth until they decided, we need the ratings on Raw. Let's get him on there.
Yeah, Vince, even though Vince's show is SmackDown in the draft, he still only likes Raw.
Well, I guess at the end, SmackDown beat the fucking shit out of Raw after this draft. SmackDown was 100 times more interesting.
Yeah, and
Raw
the wrestlers
was.
actually wanted to put
Come on, James. You know in the end, the winners are the fans.
No.
Yeah, you're right.
No.